If you're listening to the replay of this live, be sure to punch that like and subscribe button and let me know and drop it below your 2 cents as we go throughout the live. Hi, welcome to the channel. I'm Jay, and this is our 2 cents, where we talk everything boxing, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. In today's live, we will be discussing Fight Night, Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney. I want to make sure everybody can hear me. If you can hear me, please put a 1 in the chat. Let me get a sound check real quick. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. We got Noble Young. What's going on? All things. What is up? Ben Israel. What's going on? Greets. What is up? He says, salute, 2 cents will be answered. Haney might get stopped. That chin will be hit. Now, hold on, let me get a sound check real quick. Okay, no, Young got a 1 in the chat. All right. So y'all excited for this fight? Let me know if y'all excited for this fight. Surprisingly, I've had several people, they know I'm into boxing. They reached out to me about this fight. And they're casual fans. I know about 3 people throwing a fight party for this fight. It's just crazy. I think this fight gonna do better than everybody think it's gonna do. We'll see after the fight is over. But even though Ryan has been crazy with his antics, I mean, if we're honest, he's been the one pretty much selling his fight the whole time. Seriously. Good, bad, or indifferent. They say there's no such thing as bad publicity. But we'll see. So it's been a crazy build up to this fight. I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad the fight is tonight and all the antics are gonna be over. I'm not sure how really feel about Ryan Garcia and how competitive he's gonna be in this fight. When the fight was announced, I was like, okay, I think after the beating that Ryan took from Gervonta Davis, he's gonna get serious about his career now. He got Derrick James as his trainer. He knows this is the biggest fight of his life. I think he's gonna bite down and buckle down and get serious. And then boom, here come all the antics. So when Ryan Garcia started tripping, I was like, man, I think because I've actually witnessed with my own eyes somebody have a psychotic break. And at first you're not really sure what's going on, and it just kind of seemed like they playing, and you like and it makes you upset because you're like, dude, you got to get serious. So at one point throughout the antics, which in the beginning I was like, man, he might need to be admitted to something. Fight game was going on. He might need to drop out the fight. I think something's really going on with him. But as things kind of kept going, I was like, I don't know. Maybe he is kind of trolling and just trying to get attention and bring eyes to the fight, or eyes to him for that matter. But I don't know. I don't know. He does seem to be in good shape. Devin seemed to be in good shape. He did look a little drained in the media workouts and stuff. Like and the thing with Devin is I don't know if he's having trouble making the weight, or if that's just how he makes weight. Because as you've seen at 135, he kind of looked the same way. He doesn't look as bad as he did at 135, but he did look a little drained. But when he rehydrates, he doesn't look drained at all. Andre Noble, what's good? Greet says, Haney drained. He should be at 147, 154. He got a big frame. He do got a big frame, but they seem to have a good game plan for the rehydration. Fight game say, yeah, they have always looked drained, no, but then he looks better on fight night. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He always looked drained, but then he looks better on fight night. So we can't say if that's going to work against him or for him. Ryan, we know for sure, is not drained. He came in 3 pounds overweight. And again, I'm not sure if that was Ryan's strategy or plan to come in overweight, because he did not want to experience what he experienced with the Tank fight. And after this and all the antics, I don't think Ryan has an interest in really becoming a champion. I think we can all agree that Ryan has no interest in becoming a champion, because if he did, he would not be 3 pounds overweight. Period. If he really wanted that belt. I think he wants to win to get the notoriety, or at least put up a competitive fight, more so than to get that belt. What y'all think? What's y'all 2 cents? Because that's my 2 cents about the situation. It'd be great if Ryan got the belt for him, in his brand, but I don't know. It doesn't look like that was his goal. And it's a lot of people saying that Devin is gonna stop Ryan. And I think it's weird for people to say that because Devin doesn't really stop people. He's a technical boxer. He outboxes people. He's able to have a great game plan against people. He's able to use his footwork and his jab to keep people up off of him. And he's able to go 12 rounds and outbox you. But a lot of people believe that Devin is going to stop Ryan when I don't know if Ryan has fought. I mean, has Devin ever fought people bigger than him? Because Ryan is bigger than Devin. So we're gonna see. And contrary to popular belief, I do believe Ryan has a chin. He was hit flush by Tank Davis and got up. Not too many people get hit flush by Tank and is able to get back up. Like, I mean, flush. So I don't know who all putting their money on the stop on the knockout from Devin. Now, could we get a stoppage? Yeah, we could get a stoppage from Devin. We could get a stoppage for Devin. But keys to victory for Ryan Garcia, I think he's gonna have to stop Devin. I highly doubt that Ryan Garcia is gonna outbox Devin. Fight game say no way Devin stops Ryan. I can't see how he would do that. Dev don't step on people like that. Exactly. H Money in the building. What's going on, H Money? Mr. Pragmatic, I see you. YK Mac, how's it going? Greets. I think Ryan about to bully Haney. He missed weight on purpose. We'll see. We'll see. Mr. Pragmatic said, I can't see Devin stopping anybody. I don't see it either, Mr. Pragmatic. I will be thoroughly impressed if Devin stops Ryan. Now, could he stop Ryan? Could Ryan not really be in shape and be tired in the later rounds and get caught with something? Possibly. Possibly. Uh, let's see. All right. H Money. H Money in the building. Who you got, H Money? Who y'all got? Let me know in the chat. Devin or Ryan? I think a lot of people have Devin. Actually, you know what? I've seen a fair number of people saying that Ryan Garcia is going to win this fight. But I think a lot of people, especially the hardcore fans, have Devin winning this fight, but they do understand that Ryan has a puncher's chance. YK Max said, I think Devin will get hurt this fight, but it's 60-40 fight, in my opinion, in favor of Devin. Could you see the fight going like Devin outboxing Ryan? He make a mistake, Ryan catch him, Devin touch the canvas, and then the fight ends up being a draw. Wouldn't that be upsetting if this fight ended in a draw and we didn't get nowhere? And I heard that there's no rematch clause. So I wonder what they rematch if the fight is a draw. And I haven't done it yet, but I've really been thinking about throwing some money on a disqualification because Ryan has been a little bit out of control, if we're honest. Andre Noble say, man, that boy Dev gonna be snack ready. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. So it's been a great build up to the fight. I know a lot of people didn't think Ryan was going to make it to the fight. So, can we say Ryan even making it to the fight is a moral victory? Can we say Ryan even making it to the fight is a moral victory? Because for weeks people were saying, "Oh, Ryan trying to get out the fight. Ryan don't really want the fight," which I never understood why people were saying that because Ryan initiated the fight. Ryan initiated this fight. Why would he even initiate the fight if he didn't want the fight? Hold on, y'all. I think my mic went out. Can y'all still hear me? Okay, I got my charger. Y'all can still hear me? Put a one in the chat if you can still hear me. But why would Ryan even initiate the fight if he didn't want the fight? That's what I don't understand. Remember, he initiated the fight and he went to go try to fight Rolly, then he came back to fight Devin. Yes, let's see. Mr. Pragmat said, I've already said the fight will wind up being a split decision. I mean, if Devin, I mean, it's gonna be a split. We may get a stoppage from Devin. We may get a stoppage from Devin, especially if Ryan get to taco rolling and showing his back and stuff like that. Big Supreme say, I hate that you can't criticize Devin without being told you hate your own race and you don't support black excellence is corny. Don't let them gaslight you, Big Supreme. You're entitled to your own opinion, especially over here on my channel. You're entitled to your own opinion. Fight Game say, I can see a draw if Devin gets hurt or drop. If Ryan can hurt Dev won't engage at all and clinch up. Now, this is a thing that I don't think people realizing, right? I could see Devin moving around. I don't want to say running around, but I could see Devin moving around and really, really using his footwork this fight. Because the thing people aren't mentioning is that in order for Devin to be able to stop Ryan, he's going to have to take risk, right? And Devin doesn't really take risk like that. So I don't know why he would take risk in this fight, considering Ryan Garcia's speed and power, right? We all know Ryan don't have the greatest footwork, but he has power in his left and right hand. And in order for Devin to get a knockout, he's going to have to engage and take the risk of taking big shots in order to get the knockout. And I honestly don't even know why we keep talking about a knockout. I don't think they say Devin Haney hasn't knocked people out in like 100 and something rounds or something like that. And that's no knock on him, or I'm not saying anything negative about him. It's just not his fighting style. Big Supreme say Haney passing out tank mug shots and calling his mom a crackhead, called Bernard Hopkins a felon and a career criminal, etc. Yeah. And what was up with Bernard Hopkins and Bill Haney on the stage yesterday? What was that about? I'm not sure what that was about. It just seemed like all of a sudden Bill started charging at Bernard. I gotta go back and watch that and see what was up. But a moment that I think is about to go down in boxing history is Ryan Garcia chugging that beer before the weigh-in. I was like, this guy, you can't take Ryan serious. You really cannot take Ryan serious. Do y'all think that was a beer for real? Do y'all think Ryan Garcia literally drunk a beer before his weigh-in? Let me know y'all 2 cents. Let me know. Do y'all think Ryan Garcia drank a beer before his weigh-in? Reese say when Ryan went after Tank fearlessly, I knew he ain't scared. Haney has nothing to fear. Haney has nothing to fear. So we never really seen anybody just pressure Devin like that. I don't think Devin likes to be pressed and pressure. He likes to keep his distance and be able to use his jab, get in and get out. Now, we've been seeing Ryan on the mitts. We've been seeing him with that right hand. If Devin is too focused on that left hook, Ryan might catch him with the right. And we all know Devin has a habit of dipping his head down. That can get him caught also. But if he really goes out here and tries to put on the show and engage, he will put himself in very risky situations. And even though Ryan is not the best fighter, he is fast. He's able to catch you in those situations. Big Supreme, yeah, I'm just reading the comments on YouTube with the recent Gary Antoine Russell interview, and all the comments were saying he hates his own people and we don't stick together. Devin isn't taking a risk. It's not going to happen. Mr. Pragmatic say Devin is not taking that risk. This is probably going to be Devin's biggest fight. It's going to be a lot of eyes on Devin. This will give Devin the opportunity to make his name bigger, possibly grow his fan base. But let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think a win would be enough? Like, can he win impressively on the cards? And he just go in there, Ryan not able to hit him, Ryan not able to get to him. He's able to box Ryan. Is that good enough? Why is everybody saying that he needs the stoppage or the knockout when people are literally saying Devin needs to fight completely opposite of his style and not do what he normally does to win this fight, to get the fans and all the stuff that he wants. Me personally, I think that's unfair because that's just not his fighting style. He doesn't fight like that. He's not a knockout artist. He doesn't go in there for knockouts. He goes in there to win the fight. All things say the only talk knockout because of Ryan looking unfocused, in my opinion. Yeah, and we've seen Ryan touch the canvas, and I know a lot of people say Ryan quit and he ain't got no heart, but we've seen Ryan touch the canvas in several fights and come in a few fights and come back and win. And a lot of people, opinion is that he quit against Tank, but y'all take a body shot from Tank and see if y'all get up. It says Bill Haney was acting because he knew that he'd be separated from B Hop. He was putting on the show. Bill Haney, listen, Bill Haney is a funny guy. He really is a funny guy. As long as you don't take what Bill Haney is saying to heart or personal or like he's just being 100, you just got to listen to Bill for the entertainment because that's what he's trying to do. She's trying to entertain the fans and entertain y'all. He does a good job of that. I'm not gonna lie. Fight Game say I thought it was, but he came out and said it was water. Oh, he did come out and say it was water. I didn't hear that. Where did he say it was water at? Still, why you drinking all that water before your weigh-in? Why are you drinking all that water before your weigh-in? I wonder if Ryan is gonna be bigger than Devin. Skills from New Orleans. What's going on? Fight Game say I hope the ref warns Devin for holding. Do y'all think Devin gonna be holding? I mean, Devin trying to come in and grab might not be good for him either. He still can get caught with something. And we don't know. Ryan could have been working on the uppercut. We don't even know. I'm really interested to see this fight. I hope Ryan don't go in there looking crazy. See, I don't think Devin has a lot of power that'll make Ryan shell up. Right? If you watch Ryan's fight, he really only kind of struggles with punchers. I've never seen him in there struggling too much with a boxer. He struggles with punchers and he does struggle with people with good footwork. But if he goes in there and steps to Ryan, I hope he don't go in there and just try to step to Ryan the first 2-3 rounds and something happen. I hope he plays it smart. I hope Devin listens to. I mean, I hope Ryan listens to Derek James and focus and stay with the game plan. All things say we may see a whole new level of snack. We shall see. Max say I don't give a F which one of those ninjas win though. I mean, I don't really care who win either, to be honest with you. I'm a fan of both. I'm a fan of both. Even though Ryan has really annoyed me throughout this build up. So I'm gonna have to be a closet Ryan fan from now on. Especially if you're going there looking crazy. Mr. Pragmatic say Ryan can fight. People forget about that. And that's the thing I say about Ryan is Ryan came up with these guys in the amateurs. It's not like they're just levels and levels and levels above him. He just didn't take his craft serious enough in order to improve and be at their level. Like Ryan is not an elite fighter, right? Devin is on his way to being a quote unquote elite fighter. Ryan is not an elite fighter, but he is good enough to compete with the elite fighters, is my 2 cents. I believe he's good enough to compete with the elite fighters. He's not an elite fighter. He could be if he took the craft serious and focused more. And a lot of people say, well, I don't know how Ryan made it this far. It's without no fundamentals. His fundamentals is trash. Well, he has an equalizer. Ryan has mastered a ghost punch. Ryan has mastered the punch you don't see coming. I've never seen that from a boxer. I've never seen a fighter that's mastered a punch you don't see coming. That's a dangerous fight for anybody because any mistake and you could be out of there. You could be out of there. I wouldn't call Ryan would y'all call Ryan a quote unquote knockout artist? Because when he catches you, the fight is pretty much over. I guess he's not knocking you out, but when he catch you with that hook, you're disoriented. And it's so fast, a lot of times the camera doesn't even pick it up. You just watch Ryan fight and then you see the dude stumbling. I remember I was watching one of Ryan fights. I just seen the dude stumbling. I was like, is he faking? I had to rewatch it in slow motion to see that Ryan had landed that hook. I was like, this is crazy. Is there any other boxers that y'all seen throughout history that has the type of speed that Ryan has have? If you do, let me know and drop it below. 100, that may be why Dev guaranteed a knockout. I don't know what I missed. Let's see. Dev via masterclass boxing clinic or Ryan via debilitating, devastating knockout. Debilitating? I mean, what does this say about we are nobody's expecting Ryan to win. So if Ryan loses, it's what was expected. He'll go on to the next, right? If Devin Haney loses this fight, I want y'all to let me know and drop it below. What would that do for Devin Haney in his career? Now, I don't think if they had been downplaying Ryan so much that it would have, you know, do his career a disservice. But I think because of Ryan's antics, and then you got Devin saying he a C-level fighter, he gonna knock him out. Would it hurt Devin if he was to lose this fight? Because if he loses this fight, it's most likely gonna be by a knockout, or even if the fight is a draw. Is the pressure on Devin Haney to win this fight? And another thing people aren't saying is that Devin will have a lot of mental pressure in this fight because he can't afford to make too many mistakes. Nobody is saying that. He cannot afford to make too many mistakes in this fight because of Ryan's speed and power. And that's the equalizer, just to give my 2 cents, that Ryan Garcia has. He doesn't have the greatest footwork, he doesn't have the greatest defense. But if you mess up and he catches you, you could be in trouble. Dev has to dominate the C-level fighter. I don't feel like Ryan's a C-level fighter. I feel like he's B plus, B minus. You know, he does lack in the fundamental area, but like I say, he has the great equalizer. YK Max say Devin say he a C fighter and Ryan don't belong in the ring with him. You better not go 12 rounds with the C plus bum then. Who who hasn't Devin gone 12 rounds with? Oh, somebody said it was Apple Juice 76 Mark. 76 Mark, what's going on? How you doing? Real quick, y'all, if you haven't already, please punch that like and subscribe button. Y'all check out my little commercial I got. And you feeling like you can't go backwards, you gotta step up the competition, and then at the same time feeling like you need 10, 15, $20 million.
Nobody wants to fight Crawford though.
In a rough spot.
Everybody's afraid to fight Crawford.
Y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel. So Apple Juice. If Ryan just wasn't so extreme with the corniness, and he could have got away a little bit more with the antics, but he was just extreme and annoying. Like, dude, cut it out. We got Rebuttal Entertainment in the building. What's up? Hey, y'all make sure y'all go check out Rebuttal Entertainment weeknights. He go live. Listen, we have a lot of fun over there. We have a lot of fun on Rebuttal Entertainment, so y'all go check out his channel. Be sure to punch that like and subscribe button. We have a lot of fun on his lives. I love going to his lives. We have a lot of fun over there. Everybody entitled to their own opinion. Nobody get blocked and kicked out, and none of that stuff goes on over there. Let's see. Fight Game say, I think he lying. I swear it was a beer. I saw Fizz. I was thinking maybe that's a root beer. I was like, maybe that's a root beer. I'm glad he didn't drink a beer for real. Because I was like, that's taking it too far, Ryan. That's taking it too far, Ryan. But this build-up will definitely go down in history, I have to say. Ryan needs to press Haney out. And I was noticing when Ryan was punching on the miss with Derrick James, he was not getting his head off the line. He gonna get jabbed to death. He's going to get jabbed to death if he does not keep his head off the line. And I kept seeing Derrick smacking him with the mitts because he kept dropping his hand. So, but Ryan's still fairly young. I feel like if he was serious, he definitely would have the opportunity to fix the mistakes and get his fundamentals better. And he don't even have to just improve his fundamentals 1,000%. He just got to get them a little bit better. He just needs to get his fundamentals a little bit better. I don't believe that anybody is expecting Ryan to be undisputed or any type of champion like that. All Ryan has to do is look competitive in fights, and he will continue to get fights, and he will continue to make money because he has a fan base and he's a decent name, and people will love to put Ryan on their resume. Period. I hear people calling out Ryan Garcia, and I still think Ryan versus Rolly is a good fight. I think people will pay to see that fight. The build up will be crazy. The fans will be entertained, and I'll see Ryan stop and roll in that fight. Only advantage Devin has is discipline. Dang, fight game. What about his footwork? What about his jab? What about his ring IQ? The only advantage he got is discipline. I think he got a few more advantages than that. What y'all think? Fight game say the only advantage he got is discipline. Mr. Pragmatic said, I think Ryan is trying to act like he's crazy, like Cassius Clay did with Sonny Houston, Sonny Liston. Clay got Liston overconfident, and Liston came out harder than he ordinarily would have. And that was my next question, Mr. Pragmatic. You stole it right out of my mind. Do y'all think that Ryan has got into Devin Haney's head, right? Imagine you got a fight coming up, the biggest fight you've had, and you see your opponent doing all of this. Are you training as hard as in camp? Are you sleeping that extra hour? Are you running one less mile? Are you doing one less set? Are you doing 10 less minutes on the mitts? Because you see your opponent doing all this. And you know, Devin's a professional. And you know, when people are very professional about things and they're working with somebody that's unprofessional, it's really annoying and it gets to you. Especially when you see this person, they got more fans than you, they got bigger fan base than you, they got more followers than you. I'm wondering if Ryan really got into Devin's head. What y'all think? We say you must have some power to be elite. I don't. Y'all think that? You think? Y'all don't think you do? You have to have power to be elite? That's not true. Me, my 2 cents. I wouldn't say you have to have power to be elite. You may have to have power to quote unquote sell and appeal to casual fans, but I wouldn't say you had to have power to be elite. Dragon Assassin, what's going on? Fight Game say yes to Sin. He's a knockout artist. Fight Game, I have not heard one person refer to Ryan Garcia as a knockout artist. I have not heard one person refer to him as that. And we all know a lot of time knockout artists lack other things, especially fundamentals, because they have an equalizer. So they don't be too worried about it. Case in point, Deontay Wilder. Now all of a sudden Deontay Wilder want to work on his fundamentals. It's bro, you like 40 years old. It's not gonna work. Real quick, off topic. If Deontay Wilder loses to Big Bang Zhang, is his career over? Does he need to hang up the gloves? It's just a random question. I want to know what y'all think. Skills from the One say 24 fights, 20 knockouts, certified knockout artist. I mean, this is the first time I've heard that the first time I've heard that mention is in this chat. I have not heard one person say that Ryan Garcia is a knockout artist. Not one person. I had the speed and power like Ryan. Ali had the speed and power like Ryan. Yeah, he did. SRL, Ali, Camacho, all faster than Ryan. Really? Okay. Ryan is a threat, even though I have Devin winning. Ryan is definitely a threat. This is. Would y'all agree? This is Devin Haney's most dangerous fight. I can't think of maybe Lomachenko, but would y'all say I would say Lomachenko was a competitive opponent. I wouldn't say he was a dangerous opponent. Like Devin was in danger of actually being knocked out or stopped. Let's see what we got. I don't think it hurts Haney's career too much, in my opinion. Dev does have pressure though. It might not hurt his career, but it's definitely gonna hurt his YouTube cred in these streets. His YouTube cred gonna be it's gonna be bad if Devin Haney loses this fight. His YouTube cred will be hurt. I'm not sure how important it is, but I'm just saying it will be embarrassing. But Dev will be all right if he loses. I think so. But why is it embarrassing? Like, it's only embarrassing because everybody has been playing Ryan Garcia like he's not a good opponent. Like he's not a B+ fighter. Like he doesn't even have a shot in this fight. Like even when the fight was announced, everybody was like, "Oh, Devin gonna wash Ryan." I'm like, why do y'all think that? Y'all think Ryan Garcia gonna go in there and be looking like Regis Prograis? I doubt it. I doubt it. Devin always downgrades his win by saying his opponents are trash. He should talk up his opponents to make his win look that much better. Absolutely. Absolutely. A loss comes with the game. If Haney lose, he will already make history, youngest ever for a holder of historic feat. Absolutely. Do y'all think Devin is going to stay at 140? Do you think he has another fight at 140 after this? I mean, this will only be his second fight at 140. He just got to the division. But they do say 140 is like a pass through division. It's not very many, career 140 pounders. I know Josh Taylor been there for a long time. Regis Prograis been there for a long time. And they both need to move up. I don't understand why Josh Taylor's still at 140. The Keji in the building. What's going on? What is going on? Thomas Hill in the building. What's up? The Keji say finally a fight in 2024 I can get hyped about. Exactly. Exactly. Let's see. Haney hasn't stopped anyone since Mexico. No, he did. Didn't he stop somebody? I keep seeing them showing this clip of him punching somebody and then they got the head spinning around. That in Mexico or was that in the US? I can't think of who that was though. But this is an interesting fight, man. Bill saying Dev getting Ryan out of there in 7 rounds. Why 7? Why 7? But let me tell you, if Ryan does not get his head off the line, he's gonna struggle because he's gonna get jabbed to death. And I thought Haney was gonna do a lot of grabbing with Regis, but he didn't. Like Regis wasn't even able to get in the inside. First fight of 2024 that I got that fight week interest. I mean, I think it was an anticipated fight between Devin and Ryan. And another thing people aren't saying is people have been talking about this fight since it was signed. Whether they was talking about Ryan ain't gonna make it to the fight or the fight not gonna happen, people have been talking about this fight since the fight has been signed. I've seen clips on blogs, and when something make it to the blogs, that's reaching millions of people. I've seen it having thousands of comments. I think this fight gonna be bigger than we think. I know we've been talking about it ain't sold no tickets and this and that, but pay-per-view numbers might do good. The location might not have been the best because I felt like Oscar kind of dropped the ball on this promotion that they could have had a better area to have the fight. Like I don't know why they chose New York. Maybe all the other venues were booked already because it seemed like this fight was kind of booked at the last minute, like they tried to squeeze it in. Because I think you got the Canelo fight 2 weeks after this. You got Tank Davis in June. Like they wanted to try to squeeze this fight in real quick. They came out with the ticket prices at these exorbitant prices that was so high. Ticket prices have came down so much. I would be livid if I bought tickets when this fight was first announced. I would be livid. I would feel like I got hustled. And the fight card is not the greatest. And I'm wondering if the fight card is not that good because they're paying Devin and Ryan so much money. But you never know. Maybe the fight card might turn out okay. Hopefully it does. But just from looking at the names, people are like, what is this? What the H is this? Let me see. Did I go backwards? Ryan said a nice beer. That shit was fire. And that was funny. We should have said hold my beer before he stepped on the scale. That was funny. Hey, did y'all see when Devin tried to come out with that shirt with Ryan getting stopped by Javante Davis and on the back it said Ryan is not La Raza? Hey, I thought that was so funny, but I don't know why Devin thought he was about to get away with selling a shirt with Ryan Garcia on it. Why do you think he was about to get away with that? Says facts, Ryan done carved out his own lane. Absolutely. Absolutely. Derek James is one of the reasons Ryan loses. James is a horrible trainer. And yes, I've said that before Spence lost to Bud. James can't teach any nuisances. Now, nuances. Mr. Pragmatic, I agree with you on a lot of the things you say, but I disagree about Derek James. And I know you're saying he can't teach any of the nuances, but the one thing we can I hope we can agree on this that Derek James is good at teaching is the fundamentals. They call Earl the big fundamental. And I really don't think Derrick James was the reason why Earl Spence lost that fight. I think a lot of other factors came into play, but I don't think Derrick James was the reason that he lost that fight. And if you see Ryan with Derrick, his fundamentals look better. I have not seen Ryan with no other trainer look how he looks right now since he's been with Derrick James. And if you notice, you haven't seen one video of Ryan hitting that damn reflex bag. I think Derrick took his reflex bag away. He said, "Give me that. I don't want to see you on this damn reflex bag. You need to get in here, work on keeping your hands up, work on your jab, setting up your right, and work on your footwork. Give me this reflex bag." I did not see no videos of Ryan on the build up of this fight punching that doggone reflex bag. All that boxing, what you gonna do when you get hit? You don't have to have power to be elite. I agree. You don't have to have power to be elite. I doubt we'll see Haney face in the center of the ring like he promised. Come on, y'all know. Why would he do that? This is the biggest puncher he's faced. Why would he go try to fight him in the middle of the ring? Thomas Hill say depends on the nature of the loss. It's been over. I think Wilder can lose and still get a couple more big fights. Man, if Wilder lose, I don't think he need no more big fights. Like Ryan. Wilder, he don't owe the sport anything else in my opinion. He's 40 years old. And I do know heavyweights, fight when they get a little older. But it's just Wilder's style called for him to be more vicious, more angry. He just doesn't seem like he's like that anymore, right? He seems like he's just at a better space in life. He's quote unquote happy, or even if he's not happy, he's not as angry as he used to be. So he just seemed like he got the dog beat out of him. Those were some very, very tough fights that he went through with Fury. Even Fury don't look the same after those fights, even though he won. Even Fury don't look the same, even though he won. I mean, I'm interested to see what Fury looks like against Usyk, and I'm wondering what the heck is taking that fight so long. We've been waiting forever for them to fight. Mr. Pragmatic say Loma won. You think Loma won the fight, Mr. Pragmatic? I think that if anything, the Loma fight should have been a draw. I don't think Loma did enough to win. I think Loma had great moments in that fight, but I don't think he did enough to win. So if anything, it should have been a draw, in my opinion, just to get my 2 cents. Says, yes, this is the most dangerous opponent for Dev. Absolutely. Supreme L in the building. What's up? Greetings, sis. Keep doing your thing. I love to see you working. Supreme L, where you been? What have you been? Dragon the Assassin. Devin will win, but Ryan has that speed power, that speed hook power, and also a cross too. Depends on if Devin has a chin or can just dominate Ryan and knock him out. Devin is not. If Devin knocks out Ryan, I'm gonna be sitting there with my mouth open, like I can't believe this. Anybody know the odds on Devin getting a knockout? Let me see if I can look it up real quick. What are the odds for Devin getting a knockout? Let me see. Anybody got some money on the fight? Which I bet. Which I bet's looking like. I hear a lot of people say they put money on Ryan just because the odds is crazy. I have to use Bovada because I'm in Texas, and for whatever reason, you can't really use no other betting sites. So let me click on Bovada real quick. Let me see what y'all saying. Team Haney wearing a snack attire on the undercards. Don't forget Ryan shook Tank. Tank grabbed and held. Tank has a hell of a chin. Not sure Dev chin could hold. And I heard Tank say in the interview that Ryan was his hardest hitting opponent he ever faced, which means Ryan hit harder than Rolly. Because he said Rolly hit hard after he fought Rolly. And Tank got a chin. And you hear Ryan talk about that. He said he hit Tank, and I don't think Tank was expecting Ryan to hit that hard. And he said the look in his face was crazy. Okay, let me see what the odds are. Give me 1 second. boxing. Here we go. So on Bovada, Ryan is a plus 450. Devin is a minus 650. You know, I heard on some odds Ryan is a plus 675. Yeah, a lot of fight props on here. Let's see. Fight props. Okay. Ryan Garcia by knockout, TKO, or disqualification is plus 800, y'all. I'll bet on the knockout and the DQ for sure. Because ain't no telling Ryan Garcia mess around and get DQ too. Draw is plus 2,000. Devin Haney by knockout, TKO, or DQ is plus 120. So let's see. Ryan Garcia by knockout, y'all, is plus 1,600. Ryan Garcia by disqualification is plus 5,000. Wow. So they got Devin Haney plus 120 for the knockout. Do y'all hear that? Ryan Garcia by knockout is plus 1,600. Wow. Ryan Garcia by unanimous decision is plus 2,500. So based on the odds, they saying Ryan gonna lose. Says it will be embarrassing for Devin because he called Ryan a C-class fighter. Devin guaranteed a knockout if he gets beat. He should be embarrassed and take a step back from overpromising. I mean, Devin tell y'all he gonna knock out everybody, every fight. No, he can't keep draining himself. You 100% need power to be elite. It's a debate going on in the chat. Chat, what y'all think? Do you need power to be elite? Let me know. Some people say you do need power to be elite. Some people say you don't need power to be elite. Okay, the people that say you don't need power to be elite, name some elite fighters that don't have power. He got stopped by Bam. Victor Conti gonna ruin a bunch of fighters when he gets caught, just like he did before. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's gonna be real bad. It's gonna be real bad if Victor Conti gets caught in boxing. But you never know. Boxing is a different type of sport. Look at Hitchens ran from Lemos. Yep. Zach in the building. What's going on? Shakur ran from Santos, etc. I could see Devin on his bike. I could see Devin on his bike a lot. Let's see. Haney has 11 fights at 140. What? That's a joke. Okay. I'm like, what you talking about? More great music is on the way. The movie will be on streaming apps by the end of next month. Okay, y'all make sure y'all check out Supreme L website. YouTube page. He got some great music on there. The music y'all hear me playing in my intro. The music y'all hear me playing on my outro. Supreme L put that together for me in the channel. And he also said he have a movie coming out at the end of the month on streaming forms. Y'all make sure y'all check him out. Oh, I'm tripping. Let me drop the link for y'all. Why y'all ain't saying nothing? Anybody want to come up here and drop their 2 cents? We just chilling, just a pre-fight live. I just want to come on here and talk about the fight real quick because I've been so busy. I haven't had the opportunity to post no videos or do nothing really. It's a busy time for me right now. And make sure you punch that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. And you feeling like you can't go backwards, you got to step up the competition, and then at the same time feeling like you need 10, 15, $20 million.
Nobody wants to fight Crawford though.
In a rough spot.
Everybody's afraid to fight Crawford.
Yeah, y'all make sure y'all push that like and subscribe button. That's my little commercial I put together for y'all. Fight game. This shit ain't worth $80. It might be fight game. The fight might be good. The fight might be good. It's really not worth 80 plus that subscription though. $30. I don't even like the zone. But oddly enough, I'm going to a fight party. My friend was like, man, we having a fight party come through. I'm like, really? And that's what I'm telling y'all. I've had people calling me, inviting me to fight parties, asking me about the fight. People I work with asking me about the fight. And these are casuals. These are not people that are really into boxing like that. So I think the fight is gonna do better than a lot of people think it's gonna do. Teach, what's up? I got Zhang knocking out Wilder. I don't know. I think I could see Wilder that happened in the Wilder. I think it could go either way. But even if Wilder loses, I don't think it takes anything from Wilder. Um, I don't think it diminishes his career in any way. I know a lot of people like to. I tell y'all, Wilder been fighting tomato cans and he ain't got no skills and all that, and they try to discredit fighters after a loss. But I mean, he's literally at the end of his career. Like he has one foot out and one foot in. Mr. Pragmatic say I agree 100%. Derek James is great at teaching fundamentals, but that's it. He cannot teach beyond fundamentals, nuances. Derek James tried to make every fighter fight like he fought. Well, it sounds like Derek James and Ryan Garcia are the perfect match. Ryan got nuances, he got the hook, he got the speed, he got the power, and Derek got the fundamentals. That sounds like a pretty good couple to me. Sound like a pretty good couple to me. The only thing is Ryan has to listen. Ryan has to be willing to listen. Ryan has to be willing to take and follow direction and not just go out there and do his own thing. Ryan definitely needed fundamentals. So I say plus 135, plus 120. That must be talking about the odds. Who got money on the fight? I thought if anyone won, it was Loma. He won more rounds of the fight definitely than Devin did. To me, the best Devin could have hoped for against Loma was a draw. And that's what I'm saying. It was a close fight, though. You got a lot of people saying Devin won. You got a lot of people saying Loma won. It's not like going one way. Like people feel like, oh, Loma definitely won that fight. It's not a definitive Loma won, in my opinion. So it could go anyway. Either way, it's a little subjective. No distance, best bet. A knockout is the best bet. That being said, it wasn't as bad as what they did to use against Gambosos. Oh yeah, and that's what I'm talking about, Thomas Hill. It wasn't that type of situation where you clearly somebody put a gun in your face and said, "Turn around, stick them up," and straight robbed you. You definitely got robbed in that fight. Key in the building. What's going on, Miss Key? Says, I don't care that Devin wins tonight. I just hate that I have to hear Bill for 4 months straight. I think I think Bill needs to take a break after this fight. Like we need a break from Bill. Like just chill, lay low for a little while, and kind of come back when Devin's next fight is about to rev up. It's like you oversaturating the market, Bill. You oversaturating the market. You over promoting, right? Well, after this fight is over, I just need Bill to chill, win or lose, right? Win or lose, because you know if Devin win this fight, he gonna be tank, 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 and I'm just over it, right? I'm over it. I'm over. I'm so glad we're not talking about Terrence Crawford and Earl Smith no more. I cannot wait to be done talking about Tank and Devin Haney. Like, let's just wait till we're getting close to a fight. A fight is announced right now. Shakur and Tank been going back and forth. That should be the topic of discussion. And you know what's weird? Like, I go to chats, I go listen to different people channels, and you cannot talk about Devin without something being brought up about Tank. You can't do it. I challenge everybody in this chat to go somewhere, try to talk about Devin, and count how long it takes for Tank name to be brought up. It's crazy. The catchy say if Ryan comes out swinging wild like he did against Tank, that'll tell us he ain't gonna do nothing in the fight. I hope he don't do that dumb ish, Kedgy. In that first round, I mean, I hope he come out there, be it. I hope he come out there, be patient, try to get Devin timing down, and then start trying to land his punches. There's no need for him to come out there swinging wild. But I wonder if Devin is going to be like real apprehensive. I wonder if Devin. I wonder. See, I could see Devin coming out there trying to throw the jab, trying to land the jab, and then he get caught with something. And then he's like, "Uh oh." He gets a little bit more apprehensive. He start moving around using his footwork. Teach says boxing needs Dev to win. I kind of agree with that, Teach, and I also feel like if Ryan wasn't really taking this fight serious in the background, if Ryan wins this fight, I don't think it'll be good for Ryan. You get what I'm saying? Like I would like for Ryan to win. I would like for Devin to win, right? Either one. But if Ryan wasn't taking this fight serious in the background and he wins with whatever BS he was doing, I think it would be more detrimental for Ryan if he wins and he hasn't been taking this fight serious. Now, if he'd been taking the fight serious in the background and he win, I'd be like, okay, cool, right? Because hey, I really worked hard. I was able to pull out a victory. But it's kind of like in college, like when you was in college and you ain't study for a test and you still get like a B, and you like hell yeah, like and it really doesn't help you because then you don't study for the next test, right? It's kind of like that situation. Like if you win and you've been bullshitting, you're gonna continue to think you can do that and slide through, but that's just not gonna work because of Ryan's style, his speed, and his power. He does have an opportunity to quote unquote get lucky and to win this fight. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat if anybody want to come up here and chit chat and drop their 2 cents with your girl. I will say I don't want to use the word difficult, but it's always much easier to carry a show when you have somebody up here to talk to versus just because you kind of feel like you're talking to yourself, right? Dev is a negative 800 to win. Where are those odds at Fight Game? Because I just looked them up on Bravado. He's only a negative 650, but they got a whole bunch of fight props. Man, listen, Ryan Garcia is plus 14, plus 1,600 on the knockout, y'all. Could you imagine? Plus 1,600 on the knockout. They do not expect Ryan Garcia to knock out Devin Haney. That's what that's telling me. That's some crazy odds, man. Haney going to sleep. I think Jorge Rock Haney. Who is Jorge? He was walking like a duck. Oh. He got the bed in there. That is funny. That is funny. It's going to be a split decision, and I really don't care who wins. I mean, a lot of people don't really have a dog in the fight or dog in the race. They don't really care who wins, but they do want to see a good fight. If I don't, I don't really care who wins, so to speak, but I at least want to see a good fight. I at least want to see a good fight. Somebody say, damn, Vegas not giving no chance. He say Vegas don't even believe in Ryan. And Vegas be knowing. Y'all know Vegas be knowing. Plus 1,600 is crazy. They do got plus 2,000 for the draw. I would put throw some money on the draw. Let's see what else we got. They got plus 5,000 on Ryan by disqualification. I could see Ryan getting disqualified. Being crazy. He already talking about he gonna bite. He ain't eating all this other crazy shit he been saying. So let's see. The odds say that Devin Haney not gonna stop Ryan. It's plus 500 for 2+ knockdowns. I can see both of them touching the canvas. I can see both fighters touching the canvas. Let's see. Teach. Floyd. Absolutely need power to be a lead in my book. Willie Pep. But Floyd did have power though. At one point in his career, but he started breaking his hands. So he had to change up his style. Sweet Pea. Okay. Omega Red in the building. What's going on? Mr. Pragmatic say Ali, Sweet Pea, Mayweather to name a few. Somebody say, but that's in the past. Paulie Malignaggi with power would have been elite. Shakur is elite, no power. Is Shakur elite? Can we give Shakur an elite status yet? Haney probably has less power than anyone in history. Come on, Greeks. That's a reach. You don't think that's a reach? And I know he did knock Regis down, but I just watched the interview with Regis. I think it might have been on Fight Hype. And he was kind of saying that, Haney really don't have like no pop like that. And he was saying Haney caught him out of position and his footwork was bad. So that's why he got dropped. It wasn't necessarily like Haney just hit him with something and knocked him down. He said his footwork, he was off balance and his footwork was bad. Santos has underrated power. We know Santos got some power. You seen how Shakur was in the ring. Anybody want to come up here and drop their 2 cents? Let me know. I'll get y'all up here. Let's see where I'm at. Key Alexandra blesses my beautiful and power intelligent sister. I have Devin going the distance, but Ryan in knockout rounds 8 through 10. I think conditioning will be the key factor on which the outcome prevails. Yeah, the fact that Ryan coming in overweight, I don't think his conditioning gonna be too good. But if you think about that, that could still be dangerous for Ryan. Ryan could think, "Oh, I got him." Try to go in there and get him, and then boom, you get caught with something. Ryan is gonna be dangerous throughout the fight. You got sports heaven. What's up, sports heaven?
What's up, sister? How you doing? How you been, sister? How's everything?
Everything is good. How's it going for you?
Everything good. I'm watching these playoffs.
Okay, who playing?
Right now, Phoenix and Minnesota. Minnesota look tight right now. Minnesota look good.
Okay, okay. What 2 cents you got? What you got for me?
Yeah, yeah. I'm a little 50-50 on it. I put a little bit on. I put something on Ryan for the knockout, Ryan to win, and I put something on Haney to stop Ryan between 6 and 12. Because when you betting on Haney, you got to damn near bet $1,000 to get $100 on Haney.
For the knockout or just for the win?
Just the period. Just the period. Uh, I didn't like how Ryan came in 3 pounds over. I didn't like that. But on the flip side, he might have went in there with the mindset that he wanted to be strong, and I think it's still going to be a good fight because I do believe that Ryan is a better fighter than he gets credit for. He really is.
Do you think the 3 pounds will have a bearing on the fight?
It may, because to me that means Ryan. It depends on if he took the fights like you said, if he took the fight serious. Haney is low key a welter. He could locate fight at welterweight. So, but he it depends how he recover and rehydrate. I do see Ryan walking Haney down. Like if Haney, I don't believe Haney gonna get in the middle of the ring with Ryan because one thing about Ryan, he got those quick hands, and if Haney get in there and try to mix it up in the middle, and Ryan got them quick counters, he can clip Haney and he can stop Haney. Like like this is not no walk in the park. I don't think Haney just gonna just beat the brakes off of Ryan. I don't see it. I love Tank, but Ryan had Tank holding on. Was it the first or the second round? He had Tank holding on for dear life.
Yeah, he caught him. Real quick, the Katie say I seen the trailer for Supreme L movie and it looks real good. Y'all make sure y'all go check out Supreme L. And we got Barbara D in the building. Miss Barbara D, how's it going? Yeah, that middle in the ring talk. That's it's kind of like how when Bill Haney was like, "We gonna kill him in the ring," and everybody was like, "Man, please." That middle of the ring talk. We all know that that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. That's not his style. That's not how he fight. Ryan is way too dangerous for that. This is the biggest puncher you face. Why would you beat him in the middle of the ring? It sound good. It sound good if you're trying to sell the fight. But do you think that Ryan has gotten into Devin's head? I asked this question to the chat earlier. I'm not sure if you were here. But do you think that Ryan has gotten into Devin's head? Like, if you think about it, let's say you got a fight coming up and you look over, and every time you get online, you see your opponent doing all this crazy stuff, people saying he's not going to even make it to the fight. Do you think that had an effect on Devin at all?
One thing about Devin, I've learned to respect about Devin is a true professional. And I'm not a fan of his, but I do respect his the way he moved. I don't think you're gonna. Devin is the type. He gonna stick to the script. He gonna stick to the game plan. I don't think he got in his head, but I think Devin is in his own head. To answer your question, I think Devin is in his own head because he wants to. That's one flaw. That's what separates him and Shakur. Shakur gonna do what he got to do to win. Devin sometimes gets in his own head. I think he's gonna got in his own head because he wants to go out there and he wants to stop Ryan. The take shots at Tank. he don't want to go in there and just have a boring fight and win on the scorecard. He wants to go in there and stop Ryan, and that's what's going to make Ryan dangerous because, ladies and gentlemen, for Ryan got those quick hands, and don't get it twisted. Uh, he can clip Haney.
Absolutely. And absolutely. And I don't know if people don't believe that, but going back to what you said about Devin being a true professional, that's what kind of would make me believe that Ryan has gotten into his head a little bit. The
Hmm.
fact that Devin is a true professional and you running around acting like this and doing all these antics. But maybe you're right. Somebody said in here earlier that Devin's discipline is the only advantage he has over Ryan. What you think about that?
No, I don't know about that. Like I mean, listen. Um, Regardless if he won or lost against Loma, I mean, he won, so it doesn't matter what people think. It was close. He got in the ring with him. Then he fought what's his name, Regis. Which I thought he was a little overrated, but still, Regis still is Regis. And now he's getting in the ring with Ryan. And then he did fight King Cambosis is legitimate too. Like he's creating a hell of a resume. He's really creating a hell of a resume. Devin is one of the best fighters in the world, whether people like it or not.
Key, they requesting you to click the link. Thomas Hill say, click the link, baby girl. They requesting you, Key. Um, so why no urgency to stop Regis? Like that would have been a easy, great stoppage for you, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, when the last time Devin stopped somebody, Uh,
Yeah. That's
and
all I'm saying. That's why I don't know why people keep saying
like I mean,
that. Like
yeah,
you ain't nobody in 100 rounds.
I believe Ryan can beat Regis. I believe Ryan will knock Regis out. That's my
Oh,
opinion.
absolutely. He would catch Regis. He
Yeah,
would
I
catch
think he would
Regis
make it
come
look
in.
easy.
Yeah, I agree with that. Sports Heaven say I do. I got Ryan and I got Devin 6 through 12 stops. Oh, that's you.
Yes, ma'am.
I like Manny Stewart. He wouldn't take the BS from Garcia. Yeah. So we all know if the fight go to the cards. If the fight goes to the cards and Devin has to touch the canvas, then we all know Devin's going to win. But
Hmm.
all the pressure, just to give my 2 cents, lies on Devin because all Ryan has to do is make it a competitive fight. Even if he gets knocked out, if he makes it a competitive fight, he will be okay. No, there's no expectation for Ryan to win. You can tell by the odds. Like nobody's expecting Ryan to win. Even though I've heard a lot of people do feel like that Ryan Garcia could stop Devin Haney. In the beginning of the fight, before Ryan started tripping and didn't make weight, I felt like Ryan Garcia could stop Devin Haney. I still kind of feel like he can stop him, but it's kind of a long shot at this point. That's what I think. Let's say salute to. I got 100 on Ryan. Laugh out loud, 750 back. Salute to Dev though. American One, what's going on? One thing I give Bill is he always making time for YouTube channels, whether they big or small. I mean, that's his way of promoting. That's his way of promoting. But like I said, after this fight, win or lose, I think Bill needs to take a break because all he gonna do is hop back on these channels talking about Tank. And if the fight is not about to be made or nowhere near being made, or you don't have any real intention on making a fight, you just stop talking about it. Robert D say he won't chill, he can't help himself. That is funny. So, how do you feel about the promotion of the fight? What do you think about that?
I don't. I mean, I thought the Regis and Devin was a better promotion. I thought this was like a shit show. Um, I'm not too hyped up on it, and I agree with you. 2 cents. I respect Bill, but he need to he need to sit down somewhere. Uh, it just and here's what's interesting. Here's what's interesting about it is that now I'm not behind the scenes, so I don't know this, that, and the third. I can just go off of what I hear, and some of it could just be Haney hate. But like from what I'm hearing, it ain't selling nothing. It ain't doing nothing special. So I guess that answers your question about the promotion. I thought they probably could have did a lot better job promoting it. But I think really Ryan was promoting it, and it really just goes to show how much of a attraction Tank is. Because if these guys don't do 500,000, what does that say?
I mean, I don't even think. I think the fight will do better. I think the fight will do better than what we think. I don't. I mean, of course, they want to do 500,000. That would be great. But I think if it do between 250 and 350, that would be decent.
Yeah, I agree.
That would be decent. Like the reason why Tank and Ryan was so big was because, in my opinion, who Tank was and the fact that Ryan had a fan base.
Hmm.
But Devin is not a casual draw like that, and Ryan will probably be bringing in more people than Devin. But see, Devin and Tank were both draws. Ryan had the fan base, Tank had the fan base. Both of them don't have fan bases, so I don't know. 500,000, that's a lot. That seems
I
like a
know.
lot.
It is, sister, because and I agree with you 100%. 250, 300,000 in today's world with all the streaming, to me, I think that's not bad. But I just throw that out there low key just to show, uh, like just to put it out there, just low key, just to show, uh, are these guys even going to do 500,000? What?
And also that Tank and Ryan fight was promoted differently. I think I heard Oscar saying and Ellerby, I believe that they did something new with the promotion. Like they promoted it on TikTok,
Mhm.
Instagram. Like they did more social media promotion for this fight. I didn't see that. I mean, for the Tank Ryan fight, I didn't see that for this fight. So even the way the fight was promoted was different. And I do agree with you. I actually thought the Regis Haney fight was going to do better numbers because they did a great job of promoting that fight. I was like,
Mhm.
man, I didn't even know I wanted to see this fight to the promotion start. I was like, man, I really want to see this fight now. When it was announced, I was like, nobody want to see Devin fight Regis. The promotion started. I was like, man, I'm kind of excited for this fight. Robert D say you will get shot down talking about Devin. Absolutely. Thomas will say, my bad, Key. Not the rest of your time on the grind, King, Queen. Sorry. Teach, what up? Mr. Pragmatic say, Devin is going to be apprehensive because this is one of the few times he's facing someone that's his size.
Mm.
Exactly, Mr. Pragmatic. And another thing, I'm going to repeat this. I said this at the beginning of my show. Nobody is acknowledging the fact that if Devin Haney wants to get a knockout, he's going to have to take risk.
Mhm.
He's going to have to take the risk. And the question is not, is Devin Haney going to get the knockout? The question is Devin Haney willing to take the risk to get the knockout?
That's a
Now
great.
he may try to take the risk later on in the fight. Um, Maybe when he feels like Ryan is gassed out and or tired, but even then, he still can get caught with something. So is he going to take the risk in this fight? And I think win or lose, that's what people want to see from Devin. It's not necessarily, you got to get the knockout. People want to see you take risk. Devin don't take any risk in his fight, and we seen that with the Regis fight. He did not want to take the risk in order to knock out Regis Prograis. I think Ryan is going to come out swinging for the fences, going for the home run. I hope Ryan don't do that dumb ish cool JC. Just come out, try to get the timing down, use your jab. But listen, if Ryan don't get his head off the line, he's going to get jabbed today. Fight game say 2 cent. You remember how many pro experts picked Ryan to beat Tank? Almost none of those same guys are picking Ryan to beat Dev. What do you think that is? Hey, I was watching that and I was like, so they saying they gonna cheat? Because like, why do y'all think that Ryan Garcia is about to beat Devin Haney? It was so many people picking Ryan Garcia to beat Tank. I couldn't believe it, and I was like, what are they seeing that I'm not seeing?
Well,
Ryan
well,
is nowhere near ready for Tank.
to some of that, I think is that, and I think, and this might have an effect too, is that um prior to Tank, Ryan was undefeated, and Ryan's a good fighter. He got, he ain't no great resume, but he got some, like, even his last fight was a pretty decent fight for him on paper. And and I think after what they seen Tank do to him, I think Tank might have took away some of that that hype. He ran Ryan into something, and he turned around and hit him in the body, and a lot of people feel like he quit. So maybe Tank might have caused some of the lackluster in this Ryan's behavior. I mean, you can't. I mean, like he has been talking crazy. I hate to talk like that, but I mean, his voice sound like he said what he was drinking a beer on the
Yes,
stage.
we was talking about that earlier in the chat, and a lot of people said it was apple juice or water, that it wasn't actually a beer.
Hmm.
So I don't know if he was really drinking a beer or not. If he was really drinking a beer, that's insane. I did see Oscar kind of give him a look like, "You dummy, what is you doing?"
Yeah, because
But
I saw Derek James was like when he was talking about coming in underweight and coming in overweight. I guess ultimately Ryan has he has ex- Ryan's he we know he'll lie and he'll say some stuff and it sound good, but like I peeped that yesterday. I don't know if you noticed it when they was talking, they was making the bet about him coming in on weight or underweight or whatever,
right,
but
right,
and Derek James kind of like jumped in and was telling him to stop, which I don't think Derek should have done that, but
because he knew he wasn't finna come in on weight. And I wonder, I wonder if anybody has taken the time to stop and think like, what is Derek going through? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what? I wonder if he like, I would love to like just pick Derek James' brain right now. I wonder if he be at the house like, damn, I gotta go to this gym and fool with Ryan because it's just like Ryan, like one of them little like a bad child that don't want to listen. You gotta try to make them focus to do something. Derek James be sitting up there like, dude, I've never seen Derek James intervene with any of his fighters and say anything.
mm-mm.
But I've seen him several times throughout this build up try to tell Ryan to chill.
Yeah, too. Since I was very disappointed when he came in 3 pounds, 3 pounds and a half overweight. I'm like, just yesterday, you said you bet $1.5 million that you would come in on weight, and you gonna come in 3 pounds over. I was disappointed in him. And I told my wife too. I said, because we gonna throw a little something on FanDuel or whatever. And I was like, I don't. I mean, we just gonna. I'm not even putting nothing on nothing until the co-main event.
Man, you better catch them before they change them lines.
Yeah, I hear that, sister, but I don't trust nothing that Ryan like. I don't like. I don't like what I don't want to do because I know I took a L last week with Big Baby when old boy didn't even try to fight. Like I
Yeah.
don't,
You bet
like
on the knockout?
I did. I took Big Baby. I took the knockout, and I ended up making some of my money back on Pereira in UFC. And I was like, man, I should have just took Pereira all the way through and spent all my money on that. I just like with this Ryan thing. I mean, he's coming in 3 pounds overweight. I'm not doing. You're right. The odds will change, but I'm all good. I'm just gonna wait until I see him getting his hands wrapped. When I see Ryan getting his hand wrapped, then I'm gonna put my bet on.
Yeah, this fight is all over the place. It's pretty risky to bet on it. But the odds is just that's how they get you though. That's how
Yeah,
Vegas gets you. Be like, you like what plus 1,600 for the knockout? I'll put 500 on this. Being lost all your money. What you think
lost
about
all of it.
Jared Anderson? Like, do you think that it's time to step up his competition? Do you think that he legitimately has a shot to be the next, face for American heavyweights?
I'm not drinking his Kool-Aid. I do think it's time for him to step his game up. Uh, I thought he low key lost the fight to what's his name? Not the fight before last when he fought
Charles
Martin. Yeah,
Martin.
yeah. I thought that could have. I don't get it when close fights are close. I'm not gonna argue about the results. It could have went Martin's way. A prime hungry Martin probably would have beat him. Um, I've been on my stance with Big Baby is he takes too many punches. Skill wise, athletic wise, talent wise, he's he's probably he's one of the best heavyweights I've ever seen. But he's kind of like predictable. He I mean he might as well. I mean he got to stop fighting. He got to stop. He got to fight somebody at this point.
Yeah. Fight frequent flyer, this for you. We need the Hanos Club president up here today. It's fight day. We need you up here. It's fight day. See if Garcia shows some discipline early rounds. He got a real chance of winning. Ryan Garcia is a I don't even know what the word is. You just don't know what to expect from this guy. I do think he got a Haney head though. I'm not gonna lie because I'm like one of those people that's real like organized and serious about what I'm doing. And when I have to work with people that are not, no matter how quote unquote professional or focused on what I'm doing, I try to remain. It still gets to me.
Mm.
It still gets to me, and so I'm like, man, Devin is so serious about what he's doing. He's so disciplined. When you have to deal with people like that, as much as you don't want it to or not let it, it really gets to you. Because, like, dude, we don't even know if you gonna make it. Half of the build up to the fight, we didn't even know if he was gonna make it to the fight.
Mm.
I didn't even know if I was gonna be fighting you or somebody else. Like that has to mess with you. That has to mess with you. I'm waiting on the president of Hanos crew to come up here so he can give some words for Devin Haney tonight. Give his predictions, what he see happening. This is gonna be a real big night for Derrick James. I don't honestly don't think that this night gonna do anything for Derrick James, for the simple fact that not in a bad way. It's just Ryan has been through several trainers. We all know he doesn't listen, and I know a lot of people gonna try to say Derrick James is so horrible if Ryan doesn't perform a little good in this fight, but it's Ryan's own fault. It's Ryan's own fault. Devin is going to play that weight draining game one too many times. He really needs to be at 154.
Oh, that's high. I don't know about that.
Devin's a big boy, man. And how long are we going to keep saying Devin Haney young? Like, when is he going to be grown?
Yeah, that's a good point. I was talking with somebody about that last week. Um, Devin really just became a lucrative fighter when he beat Cambosis. If you want to be all the way real about it, and he just kind of got in his mold. But how? But he is young technically.
And he like
What?
25, 26.
Yeah, that's still kind of. I mean,
I mean, in the boxing world, he a grown man. Come on.
yeah,
You
I mean,
keep
he
saying the
grown,
kid
grown.
is
Period.
big.
Yeah, I mean,
26
yeah,
years old.
I mean, grown is grown. He is grown, but I get what you're saying. Yeah, he ain't no right. I get what you're saying. It's not like he like. Yeah, that's the true. I mean, it is what it is. 21, 22, 23 is considered young. You grown now. You in your prime.
Mark Q, what's going on? Let's see. Frequent Fly says no. Ryan has some good advantages over Tank, but you and me know Tank gets slept on. Tank is too much for most. What advantages did Ryan have over Tank? I didn't see any because I always felt that Tank was just as fast as Ryan. Tank is fast. I did a short where I made a side by side of them punching the mitts. Ryan was doing that little thing he do, like the little uppercut thing, and Tank was throwing combos, and he was just as fast as Ryan. His hands are just as fast as Ryan. I'm not gonna say they faster, but they just as fast as Ryan.
Well, speaking on that 2 cents, check this out, right? This is something to really, really get to indulge into, but I don't want to overdo it because people don't want to hear that because that just shows you how good Tank is. I'm not going to put him in a great conversation yet, but just how good he is. Um, Tank could be fighting at 130 if we want to just keep it real. If he was like, he could be fighting at 130, and we
Yep.
talking about him fighting welterweights. Shakur is he could be a easily a junior welterweight, and I'm not knocking though. That's how the game go. I don't want to use the word weight bully. I don't mind using it though, but it's kind of like I respect Floyd and Pacquiao, and I respect fighters that you fight your natural weight. You sucking all this weight, and then you coming in trying to have a 15, 20 pound weight advantage on fight night. That's cool and all. I mean, if you can do it, that's fine. But it's not the same as like when Izzy knocked out Pierre, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's like coming at your natural weight. Tank could be fighting at 130. I don't know about him Haney fighting at 154, but he's low key a welterweight. And we having arguments about Tank fighting guys is 3 and 4 inches taller than him and
Mm-hmm.
having 3 and 4 inches of advantage on them. And this is the reason why Haney, if you look at and Floyd is great, but if you look at Floyd and just look at the teletape, look at his fights and see how many times he went into the ring with somebody that had longer reach than him. And you won't see a lot of people that had longer reach than Floyd. Look at
Mm,
Bud. Look how many people had longer reach than Bud. You're not going to see a lot.
yep. Yep.
Deontay was getting off because that reach advantage. When he got in there with somebody that could match his reach advantage, then it was a little different. So I'm just putting it out there like people sleeping on Tank. Tank is a little guy.
And that's
And
the testament to his skill. Like I keep wanting him to go up and up and up and up. The dude, the other Tank was on his third weight class. Tank on his third weight class, and I could see Tank going down before he goes up. But who's at 130? He's
nobody.
already getting the heat for who he fights at 135. Who's at 130?
Right. When he fought Garcia, not Brian, but my man, he blinded him. When he fought him, like he was bigger than Tank. Even though Tank was the bigger weight class, uh the dude that beat up Chris Colbert. Chris Colbert.
Ryo,
No, not Ryo. No, Garcia, the one Tank fought before he fought Ryan.
Hector.
Hector. Hector was bigger than Tank. It was giving Tank some fits. Not a lot of fits, but giving him a little fits.
Yeah, but he beat the light. He beat he beat that nigga lights out.
He made him say, I can't
He
see.
couldn't even see.
I can't see. I don't want to do this no more. Change his whole life.
Changed his whole life. But everybody's clamoring for Tank to go to 140. I'm like, Tank's a little guy. Tank's a little guy. And Pitbull Cruz is even smaller.
But he thick at least. You're right. He's smaller, but he thick. Tank like I saw the last week they were showing they said he was ripped up. He looked hungry, but they said he was ripped up. I'm just looking how little he is. He can make 130.
Here, little teacher, what's going on? Yeah, man. So we'll see. I really can't wait for this Frank Martin Tank fight. Part of me want to say I don't think it's gonna be as competitive as people think, but then part of me believe like, man, it's gonna be a competitive fight. And the only reason I say I don't think it's gonna be as competitive as people think is because the experience gap between Frank Martin and Tank. And that's really the issue between Frank Martin and any of the elite fighters is the experience gap since Frank Martin started so late in his
Mm-hmm.
career. I think Frank Martin like what, 28, 29 years old?
Yeah, same age as Tank.
Same age as Tank. And we seen Frank Martin have to, figure out, which he did a good job of it, figure out the last opponent that he fought. I think the guy's a silver medalist. I can't think of his name right now, but we seen him kind of struggle with him a little bit and finally kind of figure it out. But you can't afford to struggle with Tank.
No, because when you figure it out, that's when you get slept.
Exactly, exactly. Frank Martin has the athleticism and the speed and possibly the power to get with Tank, but I don't think he has the ring IQ, and I don't think he has the experience. And just like Mr. Pragmatic have been saying, Derek James doesn't teach the quote unquote nuances like that. He just teaches the fundamentals. And now a lot of time, especially in sports, fundamentals and mastering fundamentals is what makes you great. But you know, great fundamentals without the experience in boxing it's kind of going to be hard to be great that way, in my opinion, especially when you fighting somebody as good as Tank.
I'm not drinking his Kool-Aid. Frank's not a bad fighter. He's good. He be figuring it out, but he's not on his level. But it's still a good fight for Tank. I mean, Frank Martin is still in at that weight class. He's still a top 5, top 10, top 5. I think closer to top 5, like fight. And so I'm interested to see if he knocked Frank out. What we gonna have to hear? The talk we gonna hear, because that's the problem with Tank, and that's what people just have to just come to the grips of reality is. You make one mistake against him, it's a wrap.
And you know what's crazy? Tank will let you keep making a mistake. He won't get you right away. You get what I'm saying? Like he'll just let you keep doing it, let you keep doing it, fire you out of there. It's like,
So
golly.
I can't
It's
see.
over.
I can't
And
see.
then And you know what I notice about Tank, and this is what I notice about Tank. Whenever Tank start getting hit, he's about to knock you out. And a lot of people say, "Oh, well, Tank get hit a lot. He take a lot of punches." That just means he about to knock you out. It's almost like he wants you to piss him off or something before he knock you out. But the
Well,
last couple of fights I watch, I start seeing Tank get hit. I say, "Oh, he about to knock him out." And what do you
yeah,
know?
that just he don't found his range because he got them little arms. He can't afford, it is what it is, and that's with them arms and his size, he getting hit because a lot of times when you're dealing with fight, it's about distance. That's what makes Shakur great and Haney great, and fighting is really about distance and creating your distance. Tank don't have that advantage, so he getting hit, but he found his range. Now the question is, what happens when he get in somebody? The real question is, which was the thing with Ryan, he got away with that. The question is when he get in there with somebody that when he find his range, he can't afford to get hit.
And that's what I think is gonna take to beat Tank. Somebody with skill and power
Mm-hmm.
and can get on him early. Like they're gonna have to have all of those.
Mm-hmm.
Because even if you got the skill and the power, you can't afford to mess up. You can't afford
That's
to be making no mistakes.
that's what made Pitbull a little dangerous for him. Like at no point in time can you get comfortable as he showed with Rolly. You can't get comfortable with him. Uh, and Mateo, the only person I don't want to see Tank in the ring with is Mateus. Mateus. That's the only person I
Matias,
don't.
I think Matias is tailor made for Tank.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with you, sister. I think he is kind of tailor made. I think he's tailor made for Haney too. But the problem, and T.O., but the problem with Mateo's is Mateo, Mateo's last fight, he made nigga pee blood on his lip. He made the brother piss blood in the corner.
Really, I didn't hear that.
Well, I'm exaggerating, but it was I heard me like people in the corner, like, and I heard something about what I mean, his urine. I'm just saying the brother said I'm straight. Like Mateus is like now. I don't want to spread no rumors because I don't know nobody, but I wonder what's going on with them hand wraps. I think that might be something we might be talking about 5 years from now with
With
how they wrap it
Matias,
in hand. Yeah, I think that might be something we might be talking about 5 years from now. But if that's
because
not
it
the
looks
case,
unnatural, right?
I'm telling you, sister, this nigga be taking flush shots and he walks you down and it looked like he just be touching you. And by the sixth or seventh round, it's a wrap. And it's just that simple.
Yeah,
And he not letting you run because it's not about he knows how to he knows how to cut the ring off. He's an expert at cutting the ring off. And Tank, Haney, T.O. he don't even like fighting on his back foot. Like he's gonna be a problem because he's gonna cut the ring off and he's gonna put his gloves on you and he's gonna hurt you.
yeah. But see, that's the thing though. Tank's footwork. A lot of people underrate Tank's footwork,
True.
and I really see his footwork on display in the pit bull fight.
True. True.
Like I go back and rewatch that fight since I'm like, oh, that boy got some good footwork. Like a lot of people think that, Pitbull gave him such a tough fight only because he kept coming forward and coming and coming and coming. But Tank was really using his footwork in that fight. Even though Tank did get rocked in that fight, though, I'm not gonna lie. Tank did get rocked in that Pitbull fight because Tank gets hit though. Frank Martin is going to give Tank some good rounds, but Frank can't rely on his corner, Derrick James, to make adjustments. Mr. Pragmatic does not like Derrick James.
And Derek don't get his credit because you got to understand something. He took unless you just against PBC.
Brian
Uh,
Falcon, what's up?
if you're against PBC, the talent in PBC, that's fair. I mean, I don't agree, but he took Spence to unified champion. He took Charlo to undisputed champion. I mean, sometimes you can't blame Derek James. You in there, you can't blame Derek James for that performance Charlo gave against
I
Canelo.
think Derrick James attracts the hardest headed boxers in boxing. And I don't know, maybe his personality is laid back and calm or something, but his fighters are so dang on hard headed.
Yeah.
They are so hard headed. Okay, real quick, what time does the fight start? I'm supposed to be going to a fight party. I want to make sure I ain't on here too long. Y'all let me know in the chat what time the fight start so I can start getting ready.
Yeah, I'm
But
not, but I'm about to
yeah,
get out of. I'm gonna get off your spot though, sister. I appreciate you letting me come on here, and you're doing a great job, 2 cents.
I appreciate it. Thank you for coming up.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, that was awesome. I would like to thank him for coming up and joining the channel. Make sure you click the link. I'm gonna drop the link. I'm gonna be on here a few more minutes because I gotta start getting ready for the fight. All things people say I love PBC. So, did y'all see the most recent post with Turkey Alice Sheik? Let me see if I can share my screen. Have y'all seen this? Let me see. I want to know what y'all. I want to get y'all 2 cents about this. What y'all think about this right here? Turkey Alice Sheik posted, working with PBC Al Heyman. Exciting news on the way. What y'all think about that? I personally thought that PBC wasn't gonna be fooling with the Saudis, but maybe it's too much money to let it down. Is my screen showing? I don't know how to share my screen. It's not showing it. But what y'all think about PBC working with the Saudis? What's y'all 2 cents about that? It says DJ has too many fighters. Oh, I know why it's not working. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. I'm trying to figure this thing out. Let me see. Bam, there we go. All right, what do y'all think about Turkey Alice Sheik working with PBC Al Heyman? Exciting news on the way. I'm excited to hear what that news could be. What could that news be? Could we be getting a Benavidez Canelo fight? Could we be getting a Crawford Canelo fight? I mean, what could that possibly mean? Of course, y'all don't see, and you see how he put Al Heyman name in parentheses, but Al Heyman ain't nowhere in that picture. Al Heyman ain't nowhere in that picture. I'm interested to see what this is gonna look like. Let me see where we was at. I think we was further down. If Garcia shows some discipline every round, he has a real chance of winning. Devin is going to play the weight training game. No, we already passed that. We way past that. Okay, Mr. Pragmatic said, I love PBC. Mr. Pragmatic, what you think about PBC working with Turkey Alice Sheik? Fight game say DJ has too many fighters. I mean, has there been any update or anything on him and Derek James and Earl Spence? Like, I feel like we never got a confirmation on that. Like, did they really split up? Did they this? Did they that? I'm not sure. Y'all look at Ryan Garcia. Looking crazy. Let me remove this. I feel like this is gonna be classic right here. This is classic. Ryan Garcia chugging a beer before the weigh-in. The prelims been on. We on like 3 prelim fights already. What? Are you serious? Main event starts at 8. Oh, okay. Well, y'all, it's been real. Be sure to punch that like and subscribe button. Let me play my commercial for y'all one more time. Be sure to like the live, comment on the live, share the live.
Feeling like you can't go backwards, you got to step up the competition, and then at the same time feeling like you need 10, 15, $20 million.
Nobody wants to fight Crawford though.
In a rough spot.
Everybody's afraid to fight Crawford.
Maybe you've been
I want to thank everybody for joining me tonight on this live fight day. I will be back tomorrow so we can talk about the fight. Let's say Mr. Pragmatic say, I love it. Turkey Al Sheik brings excitement because he only wants to see the best against the best. There you have it. All right, Omega Red, peace out. All things. Thank you for joining me. Marque, thank you. Fight Game, Nikeji, Zach, Creole the Traveler, Ryan Falcon. Who else we had in the building? Frequent Flyer, Mr. Pragmatic, Cool JC, PGH Big Dog, All Things, Dragon Assassin, Key Alexandria, Thomas Hill, American One, Teach, Rebuttal Entertainment, Barbara D. I want to thank everybody for joining me today on this live. I will be back tomorrow for the post-fight live. We should have a lot of things to talk about. Hopefully it's an exciting fight, guys. Hopefully it was worth the drama. Hopefully it was worth the wait. Hopefully we get a knockout this fight, whether it's Ryan, whether it's Devin. I just want to see an exciting fight. I want to be on the edge of my seat. Can't wait to see what's going to happen round after round. That's what I want to see for tonight's fight. Once again, I want to thank everybody for joining me, everybody that took time out of their day to come have a conversation with me, to come listen to my 2 cents, to come give me your 2 cents. I will be back tomorrow. I'm Jay, and I want everybody to stay tuned for my 2 cents in the next video.